It's easy to talk about faith when the sun is shining and life feels good. But what happens when the heavens go silent? What do you do when the storm hits, and the miracle you've been praying for feels further away than ever? You've prayed. You've pleaded. You've held on with everything you have, but the silence from above is deafening. In the quiet of the night, a question creeps into your heart. God, did you forget about me? This is the moment where so many of us feel our faith start to crumble. We see the unanswered prayers pile up like unpaid bills on the kitchen table. We feel the ache of a promise that seems broken, a hope that feels lost. And in that space, that painful, silent waiting, we're faced with a choice. This is where true, tested faith is born. It doesn't sprout in the moment of the miracle. It takes root in the long, agonizing days of waiting. Real faith is trusting God's timeline, even when it completely shatters your own. It's whispering, "I still believe," when every circumstance screams that you shouldn't. If you feel like you've been waiting forever, you're in good company. Think about the giants of faith. Abraham waited 25 years, a quarter of a century, for the son God promised him. Joseph, sold by his own brothers, waited in a dungeon, his dreams seemingly dead and buried. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness, a shepherd in obscurity, long after he fled from Egypt. Even Jesus himself waited. He lived for 30 years in quiet humility before his public ministry began, before the first miracle was performed. Their stories teach us a powerful lesson. Waiting doesn't mean God is absent. It often means he's at work behind the scenes, orchestrating details you can't yet see. A silent heaven doesn't mean an empty heaven. He is meticulously preparing the answer, preparing you, and preparing the world for the testimony that is to come. Sometimes God allows the storm to rage around you. It feels terrifying, like you're about to be swallowed by the waves. But he's not letting it rage to drown you. He is letting it rage to show you, and everyone watching, that he is the God who can walk on water, the God who can speak peace to the winds and the waves. He wants to prove that his power is made perfect, not in your strength, but in your weakness. Faith is not a magic wand that makes pain disappear. It doesn't shield you from hardship or heartache. Instead, it gives that pain a purpose. Faith redeems it. It takes the broken, shattered pieces of your life, the disappointments, the losses, the delays, and it begins to weave them into a beautiful testimony of his faithfulness. Your struggle becomes the very platform from which you can declare his goodness. Every unanswered prayer you are holding on to right now carries a secret promise whispered from heaven. I am not done yet. The story isn't over. So when your world is shaking and everything feels like it's falling apart, faith is what allows you to say, God is still holding all the pieces. When you feel like you can't take another step, when your own strength is completely gone, faith whispers, his grace is enough. His grace will carry you through. So please don't mistake God's delay for a denial. Don't interpret his silence as his absence. Often the waiting period is a test of your faith, not because he wants to break you, but because he wants to prove to you just how real and resilient your faith can be. He's forging it in the fire, making it pure, unshakable, and authentic. It is precisely in those moments when faith feels completely and utterly impossible. That is when it matters the most. That is when your trust shines the brightest. Hold on. The dawn is coming. Thank you for joining me in this reflection. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content to encourage your heart. We're all on this journey together.